I don't even know how to start the intro, but we're back. We're back today to do some street photography, and this time in Chinatown. It's 1 o'clock right now, so same thing as last time. The weather is the same thing, you know, every day is cold and getting colder, I think. But I'm wearing the same jacket, different pants, but same jacket. Let's do some street photography, and once again, I'm using the Sony with the 24 to 105 f4. Now, I mentioned in the last video that I got this one separately, apart from the body, but the reason why I chose this one, because it's versatile. It's like all in one, you know, you have the range from like 24 to close range, wide enough shot, not ultra wide, but it's perfectly to like a decent amount to 105. So let's go run some street photography. As usual, Chinatown's always full, so it kind of gives you a good sense of like how many people there are, and you know, you just look around and you're like, okay, just kind of, I like to scan the area and just kind of see where I'm pointed at. But as you see, there's always people crossing, there's always people walking. So, and Chinatown, I would say, is pretty easy to start at. So if you're ever shooting street photography, to me, I think it's an easy start. This is not hard. People don't really give you too much of a tough time. Although in most places, if you see street videos and stuff like that, they'll give you a hard ass time. And I think it doesn't happen as often, but it will happen eventually. So you got to prepare yourself and know what to say when you actually come across that. So don't be afraid. Obviously, don't fight, but you know, because what you don't want is someone getting agitated at you, and then you know a breakout happens and shit gets ugly. You know, what you want is just de-escalating it and just explaining, okay, I'm sorry, or like I'm doing this for that, and just explain why. Just be honest. If you notice, when I take photos, I'm quick. I don't like to, you know, kind of stay at that exact spot. Unless if I really have to catch up to someone, then I'll probably do it. But at the same time, I don't want to make it too obvious that, you know, I'm gonna take a photo of them. The whole point of street photography is to not be seen, is to be quick. So most of it takes time. And as you keep doing it, you just get better at it. You will be nervous, but you know, you kind of have to let that fear just go away. So if you notice in certain spots, I won't always focus myself using the EVF, so to take a photo. Usually, if I have a tilt screen, I'll do it like this. Like, I'll pass by the subject and I'll just snap the photo quick, instead of going like, you know, because people will notice you if you go like this. Now you can do it, you can pull it off, but you have to be very quick. You want to be unnoticed. That's the whole point of street photography. To kind of just uncandid shots, or like shots that aren't, you know, obvious. You want to have shots that, you know, just it happens in that moment. So that's why if you see me, I'll do this sometimes, or shoot, but quick like that. And I didn't mention this in the beginning, but I did get a haircut. It's not much, but more so the sides and the back. It kept bothering me like from the side, so I was like, why not get it shaved? And yeah. So that's that. But I hope that you guys enjoyed the last video. Honestly, I enjoyed doing that video too. It was a lot of fun. You know, I actually got to be able to talk more and, you know, kind of show you guys, you know, photos that I haven't taken in hella long, and actually come back to doing photography. Because I did take a small break. If you notice, if you follow me on Instagram, I haven't posted consistently. I remember before, last year and the year before, I would be consistent as shit. I didn't give up. It's just some things in mind that I had to take care of, you know, in my life. even myself, there's certain things I didn't prioritize. So I kind of wanted to, maintain myself first because, you know, health is more important than doing this. You can always do this at any time. You can always come out to the streets, take photos. That is always going to be available. But what's not is your health. So, I wanted to maintain that first and being careful with that. Where? Oh. Oh, I thought it was the same one, but it's another cat. There's a lot of cats everywhere. I know the detail on the cat is going to be amazing when I check it out later. I already have a visual on how it looks like on post, but I know how it will come out. See how it's constantly busy all the time here? This is something you kind of want to expect when you do street photography, if you kind of want to get a little practice, or if you're starting off. Always find your way in a crowd like this, because in that way you don't look too obvious when it's like a little crowd. And usually a little, you have more eyes looking at you. Well, actually, yeah, you have more people focus on you. When it's a lot, it's kind of less, because you have all these people moving in and out of the way. But only, some of us can focus on just one thing rather than a whole bunch of things. So that's why it's kind of better when you're out with more people, because then you don't look too obvious. If you notice, I'm a bit quiet, guys. I'm trying to just focus, I usually like to just think on my mind and see what's around me. So if you see me not saying too much or putting too much clips, that's just me kind of focusing, looking around my surroundings, just to see if I like an image. So usually I notice a lot of things, but then there's certain things where I'm like, I don't like it, or I will like it, but I won't take it. And then there's a moment where it just, in my mind, it just pulls the trigger, and I'm like, okay, boom, the photo. So you'll often see me just looking around everywhere, even up at the buildings. Like, there was a building in the back there where I looked at it, I thought it was cool, like just the flags with the windows open, but then I decided not to take the shot, so kind of just second think it, I'm like, not worth the photo. And for me, I would stand out more just because of the big lens. So if you have a small camera and you stand out too much, then you're doing something wrong. I'm being serious. Yeah, most of the time, if you have a smaller camera, it should be much easier for you, and you shouldn't even have to worry. Because you could literally just go bam, bam. But with this, I'm being too obvious, so I'm like, so I have to snap quick. Another year is almost done. Now, like I mentioned, this year was kind of a slower year for me, where I didn't take too many photos, nor have gone out too much. So, like I mentioned, trying to prioritize myself mentally and physically. So, trying to be better for myself so that I can come out stronger, when I make these videos, and also, showcase a lot of things. Yeah, so I noticed that sometimes people look at this and they're like, how do you even trust this thing? And, like this. It's an item from Peak Design where if you notice on my cameras, I usually add this and some anchors. Usually I have this plate so that I can mount my camera here. Because a lot of photographers either usually have a strap, like from their neck, or have like a hand strap. But for me, I'm not saying I'm ballsy or anything, but I'm confident that I'm not going to drop it, or, if this falls, I'm not going to, I trust this enough where it's not going to fall, and I have very good trust on it. So as like any other items I like Peak Design, like tripods, even that, I trust that. I've had it to the point where I flipped my tripod the other way around and the camera's like this. And I'm holding the tripod by just one hand like this, with one leg on the water above, and I trust it. Because I know how durable these things are. They maintain really well. I have good confidence in this. You get to a certain point in photography where you kind of, if you look at, you look around, sometimes you can be like, okay, I see like figures, shapes, I kind of like the stuff of buildings. Like this one, it feels like it's over layering, like this building and that. Kind of like a PNG almost. So, let's see if I can shoot it. But I will eventually get more glass for Sony. Right now, it's just going to be this one for some time. You will notice that. I don't like doing reviews as much as like camera lenses or like bodies. Like this one, I didn't reveal. Yeah, usually revealing is not my thing. It's usually, I just like to buy them and then just kind of show you guys on camera like that. Not actually opening up the whole thing and explaining like that. I don't like it. But yeah, I know he'll be shocked when he sees this. I know you're gonna see it, bro, and you're gonna be like, what the heck? Like, a Sony, really? It's gonna be like, you betrayed Canon. No, you know, I've been thinking about Sony for some time. So, I was like, hell yeah. Oh, this one's good. So that's pretty much it for today. I know this time it might have been a little slower, but I hope you guys enjoyed the photos I took. Just kind of showing you a little bit on, you know, in the street photography and kind of how I do it. There's gonna be more episodes, but this one's episode 7, the end of this one. If you have any questions or anything as far as something you want me to do or show you guys, like, you know, an explanation a little more on this or that, or just, you know, infos on certain things about photography, just let me know. Just ask me and I'll answer them. But that's it. I know the bus is kind of moving. But we're heading back to the car now. And like I said, hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.